Hi YouTube. Um, so there's been talk about this Jonah kid, and everyone's talking about how he lied and all this other crap, and I kind of just thought that, like, why are people bashing him now because he's lying? All these people that supported his awesome video, which made like everybody cry, and everybody thought it was a really, really cute video, a really nice video for people who are in pain, for people who are just doing things that they shouldn't be doing, people that aren't strong enough to handle life's curveballs, I guess you could say. And it makes me think, like, all these people that supported him are now, like, bashing him for lying or whatever. Now, even if the kid is lying, do you not understand, like, half the things on YouTube are people lying? They're not, like, let's say, for example, let's see, Shane Dawson has some skits. He dresses up like a lady. I forgot what he calls the girl, but if you think about it, he is doing it because he wants to entertain the viewers. Now, that's how I see it. I don't know if anybody else is with me on that, but, that character he makes is not real. Half the stuff on this YouTube, anything you look at isn't real unless it's like music or whatever. Even some music isn't real. Like, you got like parodies of songs and stuff. It's not like they're real songs, they're just parodies of a real song. Everything's fake. It's the internet. And it makes me so mad that people are like getting really upset about this whole Jonah Mowry thing. Because he lied. Now, maybe he didn't lie. He could be being bullied. He could be getting his word out. He could be telling the truth. You don't know. Just because he's happy 4 months later, that video somehow blew up. Like, got so popular so fast. But he made that months ago, and you see it. At least he made that like 4 months ago before he was going into school. Maybe he was scared to go into school. You don't know. You don't know anybody. You don't know. You may have been making it for people that aren't strong enough to handle stuff, to tell them, you can handle it. And I don't understand why people are getting so upset about it. Because he's putting a message out that's saying, hey, you know what? If you think you're not strong enough, think again. Because you could find that courage, you could get everything out, and you could totally change your life around. He's trying to make a good impression. If you think he doesn't care, he obviously does. Personally, I think he is a good kid. He obviously has some bully issues. And you know what? With him being gay, he's going to have some issues, because I guess for some reason people like to judge other people's sexual preferences. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Don't listen to him. I just think that people are stupid. And you know what? Like, why should you judge someone else's sexual preference? Like, that's none of your business. And like, as for like gay marriage being illegal, I think that's dumb. I think they should legalize it, not illegalize it. Legalize it. Because, I mean, they're people too. Everybody has a soulmate, even if it's not the right, like, gender, not genre. And I feel for the people that have to deal with all this. There have been people that committed suicide because of bullying issues. You guys need to grow up. Even if you are kids in school, they have feelings too. Like, they are people, they're human. It's just like being racist, because they're people too, And just because they're not the same color as you, doesn't mean that they're any different inside. They've got the same insides. And I feel bad for people that have to deal with that kind of stuff. I never had to deal with that kind of bullying, but I did have to deal with bullying. There have been people that have made fun of me in the past. When I was in high school, I would get made fun of because I used to have a lisp and I talked like this. And people would come up to me and be like, say your name, because my whole name is Stephanie DeSantis and I had a bunch of S's in it. So people would come up to me and they would say your name, and I'd be like, no, because they're dumb, you know? I was stronger than that though, and eventually I fixed my lisp problem. But even if I couldn't, I would hope that people grew up, and, you know, like, just because I had a lisp doesn't make me any different of a person. And just because Jonah is gay doesn't make him different, you know? I mean, it's just super sad how people are taking everything so seriously. It's YouTube, people. He did it to entertain the people that feel for him, you know? Just like Shane Dawson does it to entertain people. There's a certain group of people that he wanted to entertain. That's what Jonah was doing too. Jonah was making all that stuff so that he could entertain and he could change lives, tell people. And obviously there's somebody that's already, like, did a video reply, and she used the same song. I don't remember her YouTube name. She used the same song, and she did the card thing, and she was telling him how she's going through the same thing, and she had bad boyfriends, and it was just, you know, it was really sad, because just because it's fake doesn't mean that the message isn't real. So I'm just here to tell you, just stop making fun of people like that, because you're just hurting the world, pretty much. And to be honest with you, the thing about that is I saw somebody write, oh, there are people with worse problems, there are kids starving, and blah blah blah. Somebody wrote a comment, and they told him to not complain about his own problems or whatever, because there's people starving out there. I'm sure there's more than one person that would think that. But the thing is, like, if they really cared about those starving kids, they wouldn't be on the computer insulting a kid who is having issues and wants to get a message out. They wouldn't be on the computer. They'd be doing something about those other kids. They wouldn't be sitting on the computer insulting somebody who is a victim of bullying. That is a real problem. It's not just starving kids in the world. I mean, of course, that's a huge problem. And of course, you know, some people take their problems and they don't take other people's problems seriously. But Jonah was just putting out a message, telling people, inspiring people to be strong, you know, about everything. And I feel like if people really cared about those starving kids, they would do more about it, rather than just sit on the computer and insult somebody who has an issue and wants to put a message out. So that's my thought on that. I hope that I just hope that I inspired people. All I gotta say is grow up. Get real. Because just because you haven't been bullied doesn't mean it's not a problem.